Tonight in Q Weekly, we bring together the crew, old and new, to air their Q views on the latest news. And we look through the Lavender lens once again into the world of queer TV.
Hi, I'm Michael King and welcome to Q View. We're here this week to discuss the issues and matters that have been in the news or not this particular week. Joining me are a cast of luminaries from within the GLIBT community, although some might say we're actually scraping the barrel. Our first up on the panel this afternoon is Stephen Lilley. And next, of course, everyone knows the dear old Amy Henderson, and of course Jason Grool. Welcome.
Hello, Michael. I did say I thought you were going to say cast of lunatics.
So did I.
Well, it is kind of like therapy group, ladies and gentlemen, so you make up your mind at home. Just to start the ball rolling this week, I'd like to talk about this whole gay marriage bill the government's put forward, and also the big furor over the play school matter of the
gay
mothers.
School,
well,
yes.
mothers holding hands. Now, I'm not taking it from the point of whether there should or shouldn't be a gay marriage bill or anything like that. What I want to talk about is the government using the GLIBT community as a football in an election year, much like they used the Tampa refugees back at the last election. Given that, for example, this play school episode first aired back in March, and there wasn't much of a hoo-ha about it then, but now that this whole gay marriage bill has been introduced, are we as a group being politicised?
I thought that was very interesting, actually, the fact that the ABC actually, that was the second time that episode has been played, and since then they had 2 complaints to the ABC until the second time it was aired. So obviously no one really...
So the Prime Minister commenting on it from, say, the ceremony over in France on a domestic issue, which they don't normally do, just really, again, threw the limelight on us. But then is that a bad thing?
Well, it opens up discussion into the wider community that perhaps these things still need to be resolved. The issue whether it's wedge politics, I think it is. I think the Howard government knows it's in trouble with Iraq. There's a lot of bad press about prisoner abuse, and like it or not, they're probably going to be linked to the Bush government in some sort of involvement. And I think he's just desperately looking for anything to deflect the focus away from that in case he loses an election this year.
Which I think is sad. Like, as much as I care for the gay community and I'm passionate about it, I sort of almost think, you know, there are more important things, like the war in Iraq. I mean, who really cares if there are 2 lesbians on play school? People are dying in Iraq, you know what I mean?
Jason?
But he's deflecting.
Yeah, I understand what you're all saying, but I just sort of don't see the relevance, do you know what I mean? Like, I always saw the Big Ted and Little Ted were on together anyway, do you know what I mean? So it's
And Bert and Ernie.
Bert and Ernie, yeah, there's always the homosexual thing there anyway. I don't see the relevance of, bringing it up in the media. It's not a big issue. It's not a big issue.
And Stephen?
I would just say it has backfired on him quite well. I think he's brought these 2 issues up, the gay marriage, the anti-adoption, and ABC showing the lesbian parents. He's brought them all up into the public media, and I would say, by and large, in the community, all 3 have backfired on him, showing what an idiot he is.
Because, hello, I've got a mother, father, sister, cousins, and they're all voters.
The other thing I wanted to say too was that, there are lots and lots of lesbians out there who are parents as well, and they all get a vote.
Unrealistic to believe it,
they said that there was a quote on the TV saying, someone said that it was unfair to force children to deal with these issues. Well, these children are dealing with these issues anyway.
Because
like,
it's
kids
life.
do have gay parents.
Can I just say on that though, there are only 2,600 odd lesbian registered families in Australia. It's not a big big, it's not a big group. It's really not a big group. It was somewhere in the newspaper, I think it was actually one of the gay papers, that when you register as a family and as a lesbian family, there's only less than 3,000 in the whole country. So it has a point, but I don't see.
I mean, still they are still, albeit a minority, part of the community, and therefore their lifestyle has every relevance to be shown on TV. Yes?
Yes,
Yes, I
most
agree with that.
definitely,
I agree
of
with
course.
All right, we're going to have to move on to another issue quickly, Stephen.
Okay, well, it's actually sort of loosely linked what we're discussing there, and it's the gay marriage issue, but the European take on it. Now, Germany's in the process of introducing legislation to their parliament to allow gay marriage. I think they've had some sort of partnership registration in the past, but it's not really given them the same rights, but there's some obligations there. And at the same time, though, they are not going to allow gay adoption. They're going to leave that as banned.
Oh, okay.
So it's sort of a different take on our ALP's view, which I think Nicola Roxon stated on Vent TV last week.
She's been a bit vocal lately, hasn't she?
She has, yes. I think she stated on Vent TV a week or two ago that the ALP's position really was to still support heterosexual-only marriage but allow gay adoption.
Correct, yes.
So it seems that Germany's working the other way round. And in France, we've got a mayor who's actually one of the Greens party putting legislation forward to allow gay marriage there. The French Socialist Party is supporting it, but the French government wants to
Haven't they
stop
threatened
it.
to arrest him or something?
Yes, they've threatened him to remove him from Parliament if he does do it.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, so
okay.
yeah,
Wow.
that's liberal French for you.
Are they having a bet two ways on that? Do you think, going from, you guess you can get married but you can't have a child?
Well, in France, the thing is that they already have partnership registration, which doesn't give you exactly, it's not a marriage, but they have something called PACS, which is Pacte Civil Solidaire. So you can register your partnership.
I love it when she speaks like
You can register your partnership, and it's you do get a lot of the legal rights too. And it's not just for gay people. This Pact of Solidarity is what they've done in France, because a lot of these European countries too, it's not so much about gay marriage too. Marriage in general, as an institution, is dying off in a lot of these European countries. And apparently the statistics are that in France, less and less people on the whole are getting married. So straight people don't want to get married, they just want to have something to protect them. So they're all signing pacts. No one's actually getting married
Well, what
anymore.
is the divorce rate here? I think it's like 51% or something in Australia.
Exactly. Well, but that's sort of like the point. It's like, do we really need marriage when straight people aren't really getting married anymore? Like, marriage as an institution is dying out.
Yes,
Exactly.
Yeah, you want to say
For
Exactly,
straight people and gay people.
Come on.
I don't see the point of gay marriage, to be honest with you. I really don't. I think it's a derivative from the Bible. It's a religious connotation, the whole word marriage. Fair enough if you want to have this commitment or something. And in relation to the babies, where you brought up that point, people wanting to adopt, is it more of an insecurity complex that the gay people have, that they want to be accepted by the heterosexual community, so they feel the need to do that? I mean, you see that gay men and gay women, or transgender or whatever it may be, have dogs as children or cats or whatever it may be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it the need?
That's a genetic miracle.
No, well, I don't believe in. It's not my option. I wouldn't go out and get married. That's something I wouldn't do. But by the government, at the same time, don't want that right legislated away from me. I don't want to
Exactly.
be discriminated against in law. I think that's taking it to another level.
Yeah, I think that was the prime issue, really. It wasn't the fact that can we get married or can't we, it's the fact that we had a government in Australia trying to block us having a certain right, rather than have a debate on
We're
the
going
way
to
forward.
we're going to have to move on to change the subject entirely this afternoon. Jason.
Right. My view is that I believe that we have too much gay content on TV. We've always been here. We've been here forever. We'll be here in the past. We'll be here in the future. Are we just a cash cow now? I mean, you see all these TV shows that are coming up. We're being stereotyped. I mean, I'm nothing like the guys that you see on that new TV show. On
Miriam.
No, nothing like that one at all. But I mean, there's even a reality TV show that's coming out now as a competition with all gay guys competing for a certain thing, and I sort of can't mention what it is. But there's so.
Oh, we've had the L word.
Oh, and that's
It's
so
all right.
realistic,
Where
isn't
it's
it? Gee.
designer guy. Was it Designing Guys? Which I absolutely hate, by the way. I can't tell you how I hate that show. Well, are we out there too much?
No.
No, I say no. I believe, though, that with the commercial stations, they are using us to make money. That's what commercial TV does. flip side of that is they have put gay people into the media, and it has actually probably got people in the workplace and their jobs at school talking about gay people more. What did you see on TV last night? Oh, I saw that show Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, and then it just opens
So it
up
turns
the
out we're not
discussion.
all the scary ogres that everyone's making us out
Exactly.
to be, and people are thinking differently about us.
It depends, though. It depends on how you're portrayed. I understand your point, because in a lot of these shows, the gay people are portrayed in a way that we don't really want to.
Well,
Like
just
the
quickly,
L word, for
I was just
example,
going to
for
ask
me.
you, like the L word. I've not watched it myself, but is it lesbians jumping in and out of bed with each other? Is it putting a bad image on you, or is that what they have to do because it's a soap opera?
They have to do that because really, when I looked at it, I don't like the show. It's a bit trashy. No lesbians have that much sex, let me tell you right now. And no, it doesn't happen. But then again, it is really a gay equivalent of something like a female equivalent of something like the Queer as Folk, or what I've watched a couple of episodes, and it reminded me a lot of Melrose Place. It's that sort of thing. It's Melrose Place with lesbians. So that's the thing.
All
It's not
flats running in and out.
realistic. I don't think it's supposed to be, but it is. Really, it's not like us, it's not whatever, but it's a soap opera, so...
That's right.
Well, soap operas are supposed to be entertaining, so
Exactly.
they're never true to life.
Well, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to end the conversation there. It's been a very quick program, as it always is on TV. Thank you very much, Stephen Lilley, Amy Henderson and Jason Grool. Don't forget, Monday night this week is the interview with Lindsay Tanner at 11 o'clock here on Bent TV. Stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching.
And welcome back to Q Weekly, and through the Lavender lens, or more appropriately this week, on the Lavender box, because we're talking TV, and it's nice to be back in the studio having a chat for a change, isn't it?
It is certainly.
Yeah, so Michael and Stephen are back with us, and Harriet and myself have popped in as ring-in, something my
Yes,
dear.
yes.
And it's,
Whatever. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
It's rather appropriate that we're talking about TV from that previous discussion you guys had. Is the general consensus from that we like our queer TV? Is there too much, or is it just right?
I personally don't watch much of it
No?
at all. No. I mean, I tuned into Queer as Folk a couple of times. The L word I've only got to go on what my good friend Amy Henderson told me. She says it's a bit like Melrose Place.
Oh, wow. Then again, Star Trek
absolutely.
is it's just American drama.
And I don't know about you, but I just can't stand that designing guys.
Well,
Is it Carson?
Yeah,
Oh, it
Queer Eye for the
drives me
Straight Guy.
round the twist, I tell ya.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the Aussie version's like. They
So-
look a little more down to earth than the American version, but
No, but I think it's also fair enough that there are those shows. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
that they don't interest me.
fair enough.
But I don't have an opinion as to whether or not they should be allowed airtime.
I must admit, I thought Jason was treading on very dangerous waters when he said that he wanted to. He thought that there's too much gay TV on. I mean, does he want us to wind down at Ben TV?
It's
No,
almost,
but he's always very controversial, is
almost
our
a trace
Jason.
to the cause, isn't it? But it has been a big couple of weeks in queer TV with Angels in America, that mini-series last week, bumping the bill off its time slot and creating havoc with the Bill fans. Any of us get a chance to see that?
Absolutely amazing film.
What did you
Yeah, fantastic. I just thought the dialogue was brilliant. The script writers must have been really working hard on that. And also, all the actors were doing double roles in
Yes.
the episodes. Was amazing.
Top-notch cast, wasn't it?
And the esoteric line of it. I mean, Angels in America. You know, they.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, and I think
You go, girl.
I think it really confused
got
a
that
lot of
dictionary?
people. I don't think they really got the drift that there actually were kind of hallucinations, maybe, or inner awakenings of people, because they were all in crisis, and crisis does that, I guess.
Oh, I don't know. I only watched
Yeah?
a little bit of the very first episode, and so I just found it a bit depressing. But I had to go to work. That's my excuse. So,
Was it obvious
yeah.
that it had been translated to screen from a play? Because sometimes they don't translate very well. Was it obvious, or was it handled
No, I think it wasn't obvious because film is so much more intricate.
I
I
didn't
would have
see.
said it was obvious because you have a lot of narration in that film.
Yeah,
and
that's
usually
true.
narrations are all used on stage.
That's true.
I thought it was excellent because I didn't understand that it actually came from a play. So it wasn't obvious to me that it was originally a play. So I thought that all the special effects and everything were just superb. You wouldn't get that
Bloody
on
long
stage.
play.
Yeah,
Saw
and
come after that, wouldn't it?
That's true. Yeah.
But anyway, the Bill's back next week, so Bill fans, calm down. And stay tuned, probably next year, our time, but there's a new queer character coming onto it, and I believe he is African, so it's a nice little double header. This time, African gay
See,
boy
they get
cop.
two minorities there.
They do. They
They
do.
had some.
Very clever.
You only one accident.
They had some gay cops there, didn't they? Before that's not
Oh,
the
yeah.
first
One boy,
time.
yeah,
Riddled,
yeah.
it's riddled with them.
And
was
a
riddled, yeah.
woman.
Bisexual.
She had long hair, actually.
So you were impressed, weren't you?
Yeah, sort of.
But there's a
Not
few
my
other
style.
ongoing series still on air. The L Word's still sort of trotting along, isn't it? You're a woman. Harriet,
So
you're a woman,
thrilled
aren't
with
you?
that.
Yes,
It's absolutely
definitely. And
wrapped.
it's totally unreal, that show. That women aren't
Unreal
really
in a
like
bad
that.
way or a good way?
In the gay world or in any other world, really. I don't really feel
You
that.
mean you wish it was like that?
No, I honestly don't. Truly, I don't. It's just something I just thought was alienating me as a person from real life.
Really?
You know.
Well,
so,
then does that put out the wrong image to people watching the show who happen to be straight, obviously?
I really think it does, but it's American. I mean, what else can you expect?
Well, it's got to be commercial, doesn't it? I suppose they're selling it to make money. They're not doing
Yeah.
it to be poor.
Are they predominantly
True.
femme characters?
Very.
It's like All Saints, isn't it? The lesbian doctor and her partner, blonde, voluptuous. I mean, come on. It just shows you that these station execs are all hetero men, doesn't it, really?
I'm sure they're out
Nice
there.
way
but
of looking at things, I
I think
suppose.
most lesbians
Fair
just
point.
look like every other person you meet on the street.
Oh, yeah.
They don't look any particular way at all, but these shows do portray
Excuse
them
me.
as very
But there's no variation.
attractive women.
Yeah, there's no variation. That's the thing. There's a new sitcom on the 10 network as well. It's All Relative. Have we caught that at all?
Oh, yes, I
Yes,
saw
I did,
it.
yeah.
Yes.
What do we think?
Oh, plays very much the usual stereotypes. I think because it's American produced again, they go for these stereotypes to hit the major audience.
What's it about?
Well, the new twist with this is that you have this daughter, girl, blonde, voluptuous again. I'm said we're using those words a lot, and her boyfriend. But her father,
straight?
yes, they're a straight
Not
couple.
bisexual. Yeah.
Her fathers are a couple. Her parents are two gay men.
Oh, and there's no kitchen either, so just feel free to use anything in the main house. And oh, just don't leave a mess. My dad's kind of anal.
Grace! What is it? I had a nightmare. I dreamed Bobby was living with a girl who had two gay fathers.
I got bad news for you. It's true.
Good morning, future in-laws.
Who wants frittata?
So they're actually just there. They're not the central part of the storyline. They're there incidentally, almost.
So it's like issues like how her boyfriend deals with the fact that his girlfriend's got two fathers.
Well,
You know it already. I mean,
Well,
you
I mean,
know.
I could write it. You've seen it. I mean, it was just so obvious, wasn't it?
Well, last week it was more how he dealt with the cappuccino machine, or didn't deal with it, really.
Molto Presso 1500 is already on. Just turn it off when you're done.
Right up.
Oh, and don't put your cup on the marble. It'll leave a ring. But if you happen to forget, the towels are in this drawer. White for dishes, stripes for spills, of which I hope there won't be any.
Right.
Well, just make yourself at home. My home. And if you can help it, try not to drink directly out of the cappuccino machine. My cappuccino machine.
Why you gotta be such a pain in the ass? My ass.
Now, the couple, they do actually get to kiss on screen, which is a rare thing for an American comedy or drama or anything with gay characters.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, even if it's a little peck, at least they get to do it.
I am leaving to be with my third graders. To a world where it's okay to color outside of the lines.
What are the lines for if not to delineate?
Oh, did your mother ever do a number on you?
They have a loving relationship, which Will never got in Will and Grace, as far as I've seen yet. And I haven't really stayed the distance with that
But
one.
I don't think he got anything.
No, I don't
But
think
one
he
did have a nervous breakdown because his kitchen wall was damaged.
Yeah,
which I
that's
thought was
the-
Yeah, but
playing up to the
he's got a
stereotypes
neurosis,
again.
that fellow, you know.
Yeah,
he's
he's
got
very-
an anxiety disorder.
That's the
and-
thing. They're portrayed as very camp, very materialistic, and very anal about material things and whatever. But
Well, that you got to admit that it also is part of our
it
community
is part
as well.
of life. It is part of life. Yeah.
So,
But again, it's for entertainment, and I suppose they sort of making it larger than life to get the commercial advertising potential out of it.
But it does have pluses about it, for those reasons I mentioned. They are a gay loving couple and they're incidental to the storyline, and it's on Tuesday nights on 10 at 8 o'clock, so maybe give it a look and see what you
okay,
think.
will do.
Now, big week this coming week, this coming Thursday night, because Ab Fab's coming back to the screen
Okay,
with
seen it,
season
seen it.
5. Oh, you've been one of these DVD junkies, haven't you?
I have.
Well, season 5's back on air this coming week. 8 glorious episodes of, Patsy and Adina up to their usual tricks.
Yes.
What is it about these girls that keeps us watching?
Well, can I just say, it's actually, they're going back in time as to the way the show kind of used to be. It's not so much bashing and all that kind of thing for the level of comedy. And I think particularly since she's got rid of the office and the office is now upstairs at home, so you get a lot more interaction with that wacky secretary.
Bubbles.
She's
Bubbles, that's it.
brilliant.
And the different people, celebrities that come into the house. And what I like actually the design of it, because she's redone the whole downstairs.
it's
It looks
fabulous.
fabulous. It really does.
Absolutely fabulous, I believe.
It does look absolutely fabulous.
Fabulous. But yeah, no, I didn't find the sheer belly laughs in the episode I've seen from the past couple of seasons.
Oh, it just depends
Oh,
on
I
what
liked
makes you
it.
laugh. I like
Yeah, it was rather controversial.
I particularly like the panic room
The
episode. I thought.
the bomb
the
shelter.
bunkers.
Yeah.
She
She
used
has-
to have them in the.
Well, you think of that the
Previous
movie,
wartime.
the panic room, and
haven't
this
seen
woman,
that.
they can hardly move for the amount of shit that she's got in this room.
well equipped.
Well, yes, she's well equipped
Plus
with
the hash.
everything.
It's very handy.
Everything.
You've got your stainless steel loo right beside the fridge, so get pissed and not even get up.
Except, of course, what I think is the big joke of that episode is when Patsy goes to the loo and it's not actually connected.
Plumbed in.
They hadn't had it plumbed yet.
It was fabulous. Let's have a look at a little clipette from episode 3, which is going to air on July 8th. And Patsy's a bit distraught because she has to actually go to work for a change. And let's have a look at that.
Eddie, lock the door, sweetheart. Go on. Eddie. Yes. What, sweetheart?
Calm down. What, darling?
I was at work today.
Now we're all in shock.
Oh, sweetheart. I wasn't happy, Eddie.
Boy, let me help you. You're probably looking for the way out. Or didn't you bother to read the notice? It says no T-shirts, no flip-flops. In fact, no you. Mini driver.
Now, what is this place?
This is Jeremy's.
What is it?
It's a concept, a philosophy, a destination.
Oh, it's a shop.
Yes, it's a shop.
Darling, do you think it's time for a little, little collagen?
Plumping, yeah.
Take more than collagen to fill your face.
Jackson, Dolce Gabbana, Dolce, Stella McCartney, Chloe. Darling,
She's
leave
not
me
going to
just
want all this
smoothly like
stuff.
this.
I want it.
Eddie, just leave
darling,
me
I'd look good in that.
smoothly. Yeah,
Sweetheart,
darling.
Pat, darling, can I be here when she comes?
Well, there you go. How's that for a pair of lips?
Actually, it's almost like the female version of Basil Fawlty, wasn't it?
Oh, wasn't it? Yeah. Get out of my shop. It's very... Sorry.
It's obscene, really.
It is. It's a very star-studded season, though. As you saw, Minnie Driver, Elton John, Emma Bunting.
I thought Minnie Driver was okay, but just okay. I like Baby Spice, though. She was, I'm not saying she's going to go out and be the next Glenn Close or anything, but
thank God for that.
She had good timing and, she wasn't too bad.
Well, have a look.
It's probably the only thing she's done since she left the group anyway.
Oh, what about her music?
Has she done?
What about it?
Oh, not fair.
And don't forget also, 6 o'clock every night, one of the cult TV favourites, Doctor Who, back where it belongs. 6:05 every night on Channel 2. And this week is the culmination of one of the all-time favourites, The Demons, where he deals with the horny little devil trying to take over the world. And
Is that a bad thing?
and they blow up the Devil's End Church. And that episode is actually famous for a viewer ringing in and saying, how could you blow up that church just to make a television show when it was actually a model? So it's all credit to the BBC effects department.
When do we get Tom Baker back?
Well, after we get through 3 more seasons worth of...
3 more.
Anyway, tune in to not Queer as Folk. No, we'll rave at that, aren't we? Tune in to AbFab, 8 o'clock this Thursday, Channel 2.
And when you finish watching that, tune in to Channel 31 at
10:30
for Face to Face
from our own Bent TV. And this week we're talking to the organisers of the fabulous Gay As Expo, which was a real hit this year in Melbourne and to be one next year as well, I gather. Thank you so much, ladies and germs. Tune in next week to Q Weekly and Face to Face Thursdays, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Good night.